Okay, it's the 26th of November 2023. Yeah, just a few thoughts on my current fundraiser, how it's going. So I'm doing a fundraiser for UNICEF, um, for the children of Gaza. And, just this atrocious genocide that we're witnessing now is, like I said before in an Instagram reel, just, this is World War II sort of stuff. I mean, as horrible as it was in the Iraq War, you could look in Syria and all those places of recent years in the Middle East. I mean, you could look at those as, multiple factions and dictatorships and, all sort of at each other and, as well as obviously the US and the Western world's implications, complicity, all that sort of stuff. But, an atrocious mess. But this one, this is, it's not complicated. And I'm not going to go into the politics of it because you just have people screaming at you. But really, it's not complicated. You've got a vastly superior military force in an asymmetrical warfare with an open air prison, a concentration camp, if you like. This is what I mean by World War II stuff. It's like Warsaw 1944. And it's just, I find the relative silence incredible. Like, I find it just jaw-dropping. I mean, of course, there's mass protests and things in the capital cities of the world, and as you'd expect, especially given the diaspora of multi-ethnicity, multiculturalism, all that sort of stuff in the world, which is arguably greater than it was, 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago in the West. But, given that and given social media, I'm just gobsmacked it's not everywhere. I mean, this is, I think we're up to sort of 11,500 civilian casualties. Just a massive, massive collective punishment. And, I just feel so stupid sitting here if I, made, I don't know, stupid guitar videos or, I don't know, just anything but this. Just paying some attention and feel, I feel sort of, I don't know if guilty is the right word, but I guess that's the right word, but sort of complicit in, I mean, I've known this, that this prison camp system in Israel and the occupied territories, I mean, this has been going on for as long as I can remember, since the mid 80s, I suppose. This is the stuff you'd see on the news. The rock throwing Palestinian kid with the sling, the David and Goliath battle on the streets. And it's always been in something that's it's too hard, it's insolvable, we can't go there. And the more I've learned about it, it's actually pretty clear cut. And the thing is that what's happened is the because it hasn't been solved, the pressure cooker just has kept the screwing down of the lid on the pressure cooker time and time again. And it does make it, and look, I'm not saying there aren't atrocities or things carried out by either side, but just and again, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because it is a a complete rabbit warren. It's not a rabbit hole, it's a rabbit warren. But yeah, this is people break it down into this ridiculous kind of, oh yeah, there's two sides. I don't, they're both as bad as each other and rubbish like this. And this is just not. This is false dichotomy. This is not the way to think about this at all. And I'm not. There's far better thinkers than me. I'm just an ordinary person. I'm not. I pick up my news like everyone else. I read averagely, I suppose. I'm not a student of history. So if an average person can see that something is completely off here, I just, yeah, again, I'm just gobsmacked. There's not outrage absolutely everywhere. I mean, I guess there's some reasons why, but again, that's down the rabbit warren of social behavior. Don't really want to get into it. Again, I'm not an expert, but I have had conversations with friends about that, who think about that. Someone from Hong Kong, I spoke to a friend who, she sort of grew up with, Chinese oppression and understands that and lived that. So she understands that, what that's like in some way. That police state over the top of you, always watching you. Only here we've got that, times a million with rockets and bombs and things being thrown at you as well. And she got it, and she, it was the same as me. Couldn't understand why so many people just seem to have switched off. And again, there's been big protests in the cities, but they're big cities. Of course, you'd expect that. But proportionally to what's going on, it just doesn't seem like there's the outrage that you expect. There's outrage from, the usual suspects, the usual people that care about inequity or asymmetry in power. Of course, they all come out, and they'll be in those crowds. I also think it seems like the really young generation kind of get it, because I think they see the raw stuff on the social media, the raw footage, which the mainstream or the legacy media can't do, and will become irrelevant. I think definitely if they're not irrelevant already, which I think they are, they will become irrelevant, I think, after this. This, I don't even want to call it a war, because to me it's not. At the moment, anyway, it's not a war, because it's so asymmetric. It's like Poland, Warsaw 1944. As I said, it's just, and you can fill in the lines there. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. And please support my Gaza Children UNICEF campaign, which I'll just try and find the link here. What is it? Gaza. It's Gaza Crisis, one word, gazacrisis.unicef.org.au/Graham _strong, all in lowercase. Anyway, I'll try and print that up on the thing, but if you can donate a bit to UNICEF, that'd be awesome. And I'm running a little, set of challenges for myself, which are just to sort of help me reflect like I'm doing now, and perhaps maybe cause some introspection for others. Anyway, the details should be around, but I'm trying to do my best to upload some Instagram reels, which, I'm rubbish at doing, but because I'm a Gen Xer. But anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Thank you. Thanks for listening.